What's going on YouTube? This is Quinn, that Snazzy iPhone guy, and this is the video review of the Koss Pro 3AA professional stereophones. Now these headphones retail for $79.99 US. However, they are available for as low as $52 that I saw on Amazon Marketplace and even $54 at Sears. So these are pretty cheap headphones. But cheap doesn't mean they're low quality. They're pretty good value, and we'll get into everything that's included, as well as the sound, of course, and then durability, all that good stuff. So it comes in a pretty bleak looking box. You get this Koss Pro 3AA, and you get the titanium looking headphones, but other than that, it's pretty basic, not a whole lot of mumbo jumbo. These are our specs. I mean, you do get a few, but there's not a overwhelmingly advertisement-oriented box, just very basic, sleek looking, pretty cool. Inside you just get a cardboard inlay, so we're not going to go into the complexities of that, but what you'll find included along with the headphones is a 1/4 inch adapter, which actually screws on and is pretty neat. And then you'll get your lifetime warranty. Now this is one thing that's cool about Koss headphones is they do come with a limited lifetime warranty. Obviously if you break them, throw them against the wall, they're not going to get replaced, but if in 5 years one ear gives out, no worries, Koss will replace it free of charge. So that's pretty cool, and that's something that is pretty unique in these consumer type headphones, which are this low of a price. So pretty neat. And then you're going to get the headphones themselves. As I stated earlier, it features a 1/3 inch, 3.5 millimeter, that would be 1/8 inch, I don't remember, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack with this screw-on design. So if you're doing studio work, all that other stuff, this works great. Now the reason you would want this, and the reason this is a studio earphone, is because it's 8 feet long, and by that I mean this cord is extremely long, one of the longest I've ever seen in consumer type headphones, and it goes to one ear, which is really nice. I don't like the go into both ear design, it just gets in the way. Ugh, I don't like it. So it has this one ear design. As for the headphones themselves, you can see they're a pretty high quality construction. The diaphragms are made out of titanium coated high polymer, so you're going to get some pretty high quality here. There's just plastic, but the diaphragm's inside. Like I said, one cord. These are plastic, but they're painted silver. You have the Koss logo. Pro 3AA titanium. They're nothing like to show off, but they look pretty sharp. You have this rubberized band up here, which is pretty nice. It doesn't grip to anything, but it's good to grip onto. And then you have the band that rolls through all the way around here. I have to say these are one of the most comfortable on-ear headphones I've ever used, and it's because they are over-ear, and they don't sit on your ear. They pretty much cover your entire ear. There's a lot of real estate inside for you to stick your whole ear in here. So that's one of the reasons it has some very good noise cancellation. Now it isn't active noise cancellation, there's no batteries, there's none of that stuff that noise cancels. I don't like that artificial noise canceling. I like passive or natural noise canceling, and that's what these have. These closed ear cup designs provide maximum isolation, and that's one thing that you should note. Of course, they have the expansion, so you can adjust your head size, just move up and down, and you're ready to go. They also fold up for easy transport. Not a ton, but enough to, if I can get them folded up here. If they fold up, come on. They fold up for easy transmit, kind of, somehow. I don't remember how they did it. The guy at Best Buy showed me. Goes up there or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point. So they fold up somehow. That will remain a mystery. And they have their ultra durable lifetime warranty, all that good stuff. Really long cord, titanium coated high polymer diaphragms. So let's get into the sound. For 50 bucks, you can't expect a lot, but Koss really puts out, and I'm pretty well happy with these headphones. And as I stated earlier, these were released back in 2003. So these are old headphones. I mean, they're 7 years. They've been on the market for 7 years. I'm sure these aren't 7 years old themselves. They're still in manufacturing and they haven't been discontinued. But the headphones themselves are pretty dang old, and so the technology I can't imagine has evolved much in these headphones over the years, but headphone technology as a whole hasn't really come that far, and for the price you pay you get really good sound. So let's talk about it. As I stated earlier, there's no active noise canceling, it's all passive, but it sounds very good. It has a very, very tight, punchy low end, which I was very surprised by. I thought this would have been really bright, really tinny, not something that you really want to listen to, but I was proven wrong. It was a little bit bright in the beginning, and you needed about 15 to 24 hours worth of burn-in, but after that, the bass really started to come through. It was very impressive for $70 cans. I've tried it. It had, these headphones have a relatively flat equalizer. They're rare, which is very rare in this price range. You usually get low quality, bass heavy, muddy garbage, you know. In this headphone, you're going to get a tight bass that's punchy, but not overpowering and not muddy like Skull Candy, the Dre Solos, and a couple other headphones out there. You're going to get a lot of subtleties in your music that shine through. It's very well balanced. The treble has a nice crisp touch to it, but it's not too bright. Like I said earlier, it is a little bit, but once you burn in, that really smooths up a little. You have some nice, rich, buttery mids that are, you know, pretty good. They could use a little bit more emphasis, but they're pretty decent considering the price you're paying. So you get some good trebs, you get an awesome tight bass, which I was very surprised with, and the mids are pretty dang good. So all in all, these headphones are a pretty solid choice if you ask me. The Pro 4A titanium, which is the one model up. They don't fold up, they're not as portable, but you can find those for about 66 bucks online. Those might be a better buy. And then of course there's the near competitors like the Sennheiser HD 280 Pros, those are a little bit higher. Those are about 99 bucks. And then the Sony MDR V700 DJ, which are about 85 bucks. Those may be a little bit better of a value and a little bit better of a buy, but for 50 bucks, these are pretty dang awesome headphones. They're a lot better than some of the other competitors in the price range, way better than your typical buy it at the mall kind of stuff like the Skull Candies, the Dre's. You know, I really can recommend these headphones for the price you pay. Very good value. I would probably pay 100 bucks for these. You know, they really are, honestly, they're very good for 52 bucks. And you can pick those up at Amazon. Best Buy is not a very good deal. They're about 80 bucks, but these have an incredibly good construction. They are built out of plastic, but they're not going to be breaking anytime soon. I'm not worried about these busting at all. They've got some superior construction, and they're built tough, and they sound very, very good. So as I stated earlier, couldn't be more happy with them. Highly recommended. The Koss Pro 3AA Titanium. Not the best name, but the pretty good headphone for what you pay. This is Quinn, that's Snazzy iPhone Guy. Please subscribe, rate, and comment. And as always, stay snazzy. See you later, folks.